Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. 2022. Already starting off just absolutely crazy. But before we dive into some news and the review of the first Dynamite on TBS Season 3 Episode 1. Don't forget, folks, to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. If you're over on the Twitch, if you're Team Twitch, you can sub, you can gift subs. In fact, let me double check here as we dive into this. Waiting for the page to refresh. I don't know why it won't. Here we go. Oh, no, looks like it's over. As of yesterday, there was still a special on subscribing on Twitch. Apparently, that's not there anymore. So I will not promote something that's not there. But nonetheless, wherever you're watching from, it's all love. Thanks for being here. If you're watching the replay, make sure you smash that like button. Check out the links in the description. Hey, it's been a minute since the Bone's been live on here. Took an extended leave. Did you miss me? I even took an extended break over on TNI. Took a couple weeks off, and it's you need that every once in a while. You go and you go and you go, and you sometimes not necessarily lose sight of the important things, but it just recharges the batteries. It's time for family. You focus on family a little more, and I think we all did that in some way, shape, or form. What's up, Terrence, Keith, Coach Keith, Courtney's in here. What's up? So yeah, hell of an episode tonight, and we're going to get into that. But before we do that, I figured Courtney, thank you. Appreciate that. So I know there's been an absolute crap ton of news, and I can't cover it all tonight because otherwise I'd be here till midnight, and God knows I don't have that kind of energy after the day I've had. So let's cover some of the last minute late breaking news that happened earlier this afternoon. We'll talk about that a little bit, and you guys can all give me your opinions, yay or nay, whether you like the stuff or not, or your opinions on what I'm talking about, not necessarily whether you want to hear it or not, but well, you can do that too. It's a free country. So we got, and I didn't add this, too much of this in the cover for this because I had all this done when I was ready to, set this all up and everything. So yeah, there's been another set of releases from up north there, hey. Up north. WWE let go a bunch of their veteran tenured NXT locker room folk, William Regal, the DOGG, Road Dogg, several writers, Ace Steel, I believe, was one of them. Allison Danger, formerly of WoW. I believe she was in WoW. More of a coach these last few years, not necessarily a primarily player. Or was she on there, or was she on something else? Maybe it was Ring Warriors. She was on something, but she was a prominent female wrestler on the West Coast, I believe. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Rajan Singh. Yeah, he was the manager of the Great Khali. Did a bunch of writing. Also played a manager. So yeah. And then I know that both Regal, I believe Regal, correct me if I'm wrong, Regal and I know Road Dogs had some health issues. I believe Regal had some kind of surgery or health issues or something. Um, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, they got to go here, they got to go there. Look, I don't know how old they are, and I'm not going to take the time to look it up, but I know they've been around this industry for, we'll just say, decades. Okay. Regal was in the industry, or was in just WWE itself, for 22 years. He probably wants to just take a break. So as much as we love Regal and we respect him, don't be surprised if you don't see him go anywhere, or he might take another paycheck. You never know what they want in that stage of their career. But oh yeah, there were some wrestlers too. Timmy, thank you, Critical Sting. Timothy Thatcher, Danny Burch. I mean, some real wrestlers they let go. It's like, God, what are you thinking? I mean, they may not be big stars, but they're certainly gonna help with whatever. But whatever, we all can have, there's a million opinions out there. We all have them. I think Timothy Thatcher is a star. Obviously, other people don't. Whatever. Some people, Regal is 53. Okay. I thought he was older. Pardon me. It's not meant to insult him. Let's just say he looks older than that on television. Okay. When you lose your muscle mass and you start to thin out, your age catches up with you. Sooner rather than later. That's all I'm going to say. Love Regal, though. Love him. One of the best matches I ever seen, one of the best rivalries I ever seen with him was one of the last times that he was in the ring. And that was with the very young Dean Ambrose on Florida Championship Wrestling. So, yeah. If you want to see some amazing stuff, go look up some of those matches when they had their rivalry at the last days of Florida Championship Wrestling. So who knows where these people are going to go? Ace Steel may go back to teaching wrestling locally in somewhere in the Midwest. He taught Punk, for crying out loud, I think. Charles says Regal would be a great pickup for AEW or Impact. Behind the scenes, that dude had a great eye for talent, loads of connections in the indie scene. Yeah, he became quite the scout in his latter years. There's an infamous picture up somewhere on the internets. He was scouting some GCW show, I think one of the Bloodsport ones, and Moxley, a newly released Moxley, was sitting right next to him. So that was kind of interesting. It's like, oh, we're sitting next to the enemy. Yeah. So yeah, crazy. So who knows where they're going to land, but all the best to them. Obviously, NXT is really turning the page now, not just on our TV screens. Well, not my TV screen because I don't watch it, but I keep track of like what's going on. Like you hear things. Like oh, so and so's champ now. Oh, Milwaukee's finest is no longer champ. Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, that's interesting. So whatever. But so yeah, we'll see. I don't know what kind of clauses they have in there, you know, if they're going to end up getting work somewhere else. I mean, Khan already has a bunch of great people behind the scenes in his company, but hey, you never know what people's goals are. You know, that company is officially 3 years old now. So we got season 3 started right now. So who knows? What else? On the AEW front, I know they said this during part of the show, but I didn't write it down. But I'll talk about it for a bit. So Jake Atlas was in the Indies, became a rising star in the Indies, got signed by WWE, had a bunch of great matches in the WWE and NXT, then got let go within a year of them hiring him and putting him on TV. And then he retired, said he was going to focus on his mental health. That was last, September? Something like that. So October, November, December. Now, late December rolls around. They have the show down in Florida, Daly's place. And all of a sudden, there's a wild Jake Atlas there. Wow. And shortly thereafter, we find out that he is signed to AEW. Now, you could crack all the statements you want about, they're signing more people, blah, 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 blah. But just remember, folks, this is year 3. We don't know what kind of people, we know what kind of people started out this great company that we're watching, but we don't know how long people are sticking around, okay? So, and I certainly don't want to assume anything because we don't do that on this podcast. Hell no. Paul says, you sound sick, Uncle. I'm tired. I'm very tired. This is my tired voice. This is my, I need to take my ass to bed voice. That's, I'm okay. I was a little under the weather the last few days, but I'm good. I'm just tired. That's all. I'll be okay. Thank you. J-Bo needs a nappy nap. So congratulations to Jake Atlas on his coming out of retirement and signing with AEW. Great wrestler, you know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, I've seen all of his matches and blah, 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 blah. No, I mean, he's really new on my radar of, like, I heard about him for a long time. I just never really took the time to see him. But now that he's going to be on my screen more, I'll check him out. In fact, there was a lot of good matches this last, was it Dark? No, not Dark. Elevation. AEW Dark Elevation. The Monday show. Really good stuff there. There was a guy that wrestled Jay Lethal. My God. Crazy. Mr. Front Row Bill in the chat. What's up? Good evening, sir. Yes, give Bill some love. Hopefully you're good for tomorrow night, brother. We got a long night. I sleep okay, Paul. It's just been a long day. This is physically a rough day. It's, the winter doesn't help me. So I'll be okay. Don't worry. Your uncle's all right. Let's see. What else? Had some other stuff. I would talk about New Japan and all that stuff because God knows that's in the headlines too, but I haven't seen any of that. The Wrestle Kingdom. But I do know. Oh, yes, Critical Sting. I will bring that up. Thank you. I do know that New Japan Pro Wrestling is debuting in March new content on Access TV. But they're going to be playing some older stuff on Access TV within the next few weeks. Is it like the week after Hard to Kill? I think. Don't quote me on that. I think so. Lots of people shifting around in the industry. We found out earlier today that Matt Stryker is gone from Impact Wrestling. That's upsetting. Oh, and you know what? And I want to touch on this because we'll talk more because I know only so many people are going to come in here. We'll talk about this tomorrow night. But Rohit Raju, friend of the show. Well, TNI, maybe not Smash This Podcast, but TNI. Hey, I just saw him a month ago, so I could say, friend of mine. I mean, he just knocked it out of the park versus Braun Strowman and EC3 and Blizzard Brawl in Waukesha, just 10 minutes away from my house. Kind of blew his mind when I told him, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just 10 minutes away from here. So, yeah, very upsetting to know that he's gone. I'm sure someone's going to pick him up. He's, who knows? Who knows where he's going to show. But yeah, he's not a spring chicken by any means, but he's been healthy, and someone's going to grab him. Someone's going to grab him. I'm going to miss him, and I'm going to miss Stryker. I get that Stryker is not everybody's cup of tea. I've seen that a million times in the chat. I get that. He's one of my favorites, though, because I will never forget what he and Vampiro did several seasons of Lucha Underground. So that right there, they carried the show, It's not an easy thing to do with all that talent on that crazy-ass show. Like Williams says here, good old Bill says, start a new year, contract renewal time. We'll see some changes. Yeah. I mean, we saw a whole company fold. So yeah, we're going to see some changes. All right. So yeah. Impact and Eagles says, I hope Impact gets first dips on New Japan talent with this TV deal. It can only help the relationship. My question is, now, it's going to be interesting. Last time New Japan was on Access TV, there was no Strong. There was barely an American presence for New Japan, period. But then right before the pandemic and after Access TV got rid of the other shows like WOW and New Japan, they really anchored in the US, which was smart. And it's been a slow go until this last, I'd say, calendar year. And they started really doing those smaller studio shows, putting on amazing wrestling shows. Now, I didn't watch a lot of them, but I did watch some of them. They had guys like Mox come in. They had Josh Alexander from Impact. Bay's part of the Bullet Club. You got the presence of like the Good Brothers coming in and out of there once in a while. So there's been some kind of Impact talent on there, and which is great to see. And what's also so it'll be interesting to see what kind of content they put on Access TV now. Is it just going to be the stuff from Japan, or are they going to mix it up and also show some kind of Strong content? Because honestly, and this is not a knock on the Japanese stuff. I mean, they're all insanely talented, but me personally, as a US fan, I'm going to be interested to seeing what New Japan Strong is doing touring the US. You know, where are they stopping? They stopping around here, they down in Texas, up in, you know, East Coast, West Coast. What are they doing? You know, that's what I want to know. Because they were pulling from a lot of different places. They were pulling from NWA, they were pulling from the Indies, they were pulling from their dojo, they're pulling from Ring of Honor, all sorts of stuff. So yeah. I think we'll get a clue watching what they do over the next few months till they get their big debut. And is it going to be, hopefully it's more current stuff, because last time they had content on TV, it was super dated. It was like months old. And it's like, how do you get into the product if it's months old, you know? Barely any current product. So yeah, Matt Stryker, who knows what's going to happen with him? He's a great content producer, great ringside analyst, whatever, you know, play-by-play. He could do it all. And it brought a lot of charisma too, you know. He had a great way of, you know, starting down here, talking about this, talking about that. And then all of a sudden he's up here, you know. He's not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. And he's one of them. Excuse me. So we'll see. We'll see. My vote for who replaces him, Ian Riccaboni. It took me a while to warm up to him, and really not watching a lot of the last few years of Ring of Honor certainly didn't help my opinion of Ian Riccaboni. But what I have watched, he has he's warmed up on me totally. So I think he would, especially watching that last show, he sold me as a great play-by-play guy, you know, great commentator. I think Ian and D'Lo would be great. So we'll see. We'll see. Also heard, I'm hearing, I didn't see any press releases per se. I don't know. I had a thought and I completely lost it. Damn, don't you hate it when that happens? Means I'm tired, folks. Means I'm tired. So hey, let's switch gears. Oh, Keith goes, will Matt be tomorrow on Impact? And yeah, these are all taped a long time ago. Yeah, weeks ago, bro. None of this stuff is live except for, oh, yes, William, thank you. William apparently found a couple of my brain cells. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks, Paul. I'll read it when I get off of here. BTI, yes. Now, I didn't read the news article per se, whatever, announcement, but something about a schedule came out, and I saw a lot of people talking about it. I missed several portions of these conversations that happened over the course of the last few days or whatever it was. So apparently BTI is not going to be in the schedule anymore after a certain time. I didn't catch when. Yes, Bill. Which one's Jay? Yes, it's one of those nights. Damn. That sucks. I mean, obviously they're not getting rid of Josh and they're not getting rid of mean Gia Miller, Gia Miller's certainly going to keep her position in what she's doing. It just sucks because I enjoyed the show as much as you can call it. I mean, you can call it a throwaway show because they really didn't. They could have done so much more. They could have focused more on this week's stuff instead of making it all about, oh, this is what happened last week. Oh, and here's a 7-minute match, if that, and a quick little blip of George the Iceman with a scoop. I mean, damn. They could have done so much more. They could have focused on new talent. You could have had at least one or two other matches and still thrown in little OG, original content in between them. Could have done so much, but what are you going to do? We're not the bookers, folks. We just watch. So we can voice our opinion all we want. They're only going to do so much with our professional podcasting opinions. There, got it in there. Bill here says maybe reformat Impact in 60 and BTI into one show. Yeah, the Impact in 60 is interesting because sometimes they show older ones that are on Impact Plus, and sometimes they make newer ones with some of the newer, over the last few years content. Like they just did one with Jordan Grace. She's newer, from the last, handful of years. So you've got a combination there. So I don't know. It's nice to have them, but I don't know how many people really watch those, but whatever. I'm sure there's some people that watch them and don't watch us. Get out of here. No, I kid. I'm biased. I think we're okay. T&I pre-show Jay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. As the company evolves, sometimes we have to evolve. Maybe we'll have a different start time. We'll see. We'll certainly find out in the next few weeks then, don't we? Paul, Papa's good. Papa's good. He officially wrapped up a week's worth of radiation treatments. He had a shorter week last week, so he's halfway through this week, so he's got about a week down. And 14 to go. Don't ask me to do math right now, but he's got a total of 4, 5, 6, 7 treatments down, 13 to go. That's what it is. Yeah, radiation treatments for his prostate cancer. So he just had some blood work done today too, so we'll find out those results real soon, and hopefully the blood work still looks good. It sucks waiting, but that's part of it. So, but yeah, he's hanging in there. He's tough, and he's taking it day by day. That's all he can do, fighting the fight. So good night, Paul. Much love. Take care. But yeah, so that's about it for news. I mean, I could talk about other stuff, but then I'd just drag this on forever. We never get to the review because then I just fall asleep and smash my face on my keyboard, and no one wants to see that. All right. So let's jump into tonight's Dynamite. Newly on TBS, folks. TBS. Wrestling hasn't been on TBS since, what did they say? Since WCW 2000? It's been a while. It's been a while, hey? Jiminy Christmas. Makes me feel old. I'm sure it makes Tony Schiavone feel old too, because he was doing it back then. My goodness. Thunder, thank you. Jeez. Don't grow old, folks. It sucks. Your brains spill out all over the place. It's a mess. The Super Station. Yes, that's right, Bill. That's 19. Oh, was it 1999? I could have swore it was 2000. I could have swore they were done in 2000. Well, the company was done in 2000. I don't know when they ended Thunder. I thought it was, yeah, whatever. I don't have the Peacock, so I can't tell. But anyways, Season 3 of AEW Dynamite, Episode 1. We start out here hot. Oh, my goodness. Crazy. Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page. Folks, I know I've been critical of Adam Page here and there. You know, maybe he's not my favorite. Maybe I didn't think that much of him. I went into this episode expecting either a new champ or we were going to have shenanigans causing the only way it was going to have shenanigans to have Bryan Danielson lose. This match went about a half hour, give or take a little. And damn, what a bloodbath. Holy cow, man. Both had the Crimson Mask going. It's very sexy. Very sexy this time of year. Crimson Mask. I think they should do that more. What an amazing. I mean, this you wow. Brain cells everywhere. Just when you think they couldn't top the last match, and they did. They did. And it was shorter. They didn't go 60 minutes, which was actually refreshing because I know there was a lot of people very critical of the whole, okay, we going 60 minutes again? You know, they had the judges. They actually had the judges out there. They had Big Show out there. They had Mark Henry and good old Jerry Lynn. Good old Jerry Lynn. X Division's finest. Yes. Speechless J-Bone. Yes. No more speech. I mean, they clobbered the shit out of each other. I mean, they really made you feel at several points in this match that Hangman Adam Page was not going to do it. And I know there was I know there's plenty of people that felt the same way. I went even as far to say, and I think I said this on Sunday's family dinner. Excuse me. I said, you know what? I said, Hangman Adam Page is a great wrestler. But you put a belt on either Hangman Adam Page or Bryan Danielson. Do you think Bryan Danielson's going to bring more eyes holding that title when you guys got like MJF, CM Punk, Moxley's coming back soon? I thought Moxley was going to come back tonight and fuck up the match. I was just waiting. I'm like, it's perfect. Didn't happen. But then there's the other side of me that says, oh, yeah, I don't want them to hot potato this. I want Hangman Adam Page to really have a great run. And this match, it took this match for me to really realize how damn good. Look, and I know it's all predetermined. I get that. But as fans, we look at these matches like, you know, like there's a winner and there's a loser, and I just didn't think that Hangman Adam Page was going to beat him, you know? And on the lower third, as he's coming out to the ring, right above his name, it says, I mean, someone in the truck's fucking with him. Poor Page. Seriously. It says Hangman Adam Page hasn't won a match yet this year. Like, damn, really? It's the first match he's had this year. Come on. What a rib. He mentioned that on that Renee interview he had with Mrs. Moxley, Oral Sessions, and I didn't know what he was talking about because I usually don't pay attention to that shit. Tonight I watched it and I read it, and sure enough, somebody's ribbing him. It's poor Hangman Adam Page. But damn, amazing match. How the hell do you start out 2022 with match of the year so far? I mean, I never keep track of this shit. I'm going to do my best to try to, tally a little list for me personally, because I never have best of stuff. I haven't had a best of show in years on this podcast. And I felt kind of bad I didn't have one this year. I haven't done shit in a month and a half. And so yeah, I want to go out of my way to really try to tally some kind of list for myself, so I can go back at the end of the year and be like, oh yeah, this match, I remember this. Even if I don't remember it, probably won't, but at least I'll have the list. I can go back in and be like, okay, I'm going to find this match, whatever. Jeremy Bentley here says Jericho's last match on Thunder was in '99. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what they were talking about. But nonetheless, okay. Because I thought Thunder went till 2000. But nonetheless, whatever. But yeah, Chris Jericho talked about that too. But yeah, damn, what a match. Just amazing. Bloodbath. Adam Page wins. Both guys could barely stand at the end. Jiminy Christmas. MJF, and I know there's in between segments here. I didn't write them down. I'm just going matches, because I just I care, but I don't care, so so then MJF versus Shawn Dean, Captain Shawn Dean, and I'm like, oh man, really? I'm like, okay, whatever, because when you hear someone significant, so-and-so's going to be in action tonight. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be a squash. You're not even going to list the opponent. All right, whatever. So he comes out. Captain Shawn Dean is already in the ring. And all of a sudden, CM Punk runs down to the ring, and the whole place just erupts like, oh, what's going on? And interrupts the match. MJF runs, and he's like halfway up the ramp, and he grabs a mic, and CM Punk, or no, they're sorry, the promo came after the match. I'm getting ahead of myself. Punk is standing in front of Shawn Dean. Punk turns around, kicks him, gives him a go to sleep. Ref stops the match. And winner of this bout due to disqualification, Shawn Dean. And MJF starts off the year with a loss, and he is losing his ever-loving mind. He is, the crowd is like, yay, The announcers are even like, wow, what a win for Shawn Dean. Hey, what a win, you know? Just took a go to sleep from CM Punk. Hey, what a way to ring in the new year. Oh my God. And then they both grab the mics and then they start the. And I thought you were, Punk, I thought you were done with me. And they're going back and forth. And Punk's like, I'm going to do this to you until you stop ducking me. So every time MJF has a match, Punk's going to do this to him, apparently. So, so they're going to have a match. Did they say they're going to? Oh, no. He says Wardlow's going to have a match with him next week on Dynamite. So CM Punk's like, yeah, that's fine. You just keep throwing people at me. He's like, because there's pretty soon there won't be anyone for you to hide behind. So, just to wrap that up in a nutshell, great promos back and forth, you know. At one point, CM Punk was just laughing so hard at MJF, some joke about Piper or something. But yeah, there was even, you know, jokes about, oh, maybe I'll. Oh, he knocked CM Punk for never headlining a WrestleMania, and he goes, oh, maybe I'll go do that. Punk says something to the effect of, yeah, you go headline the buy one, get one free night 4 of WrestleMania, and then you can get fired the next week like everyone else. Oh, my God. Oh. It's funny because it's true. Oh, dear Lord. Too funny. Yeah. So, great segment. Wardlow versus Punk next week. That'll be interesting. Because we're used to seeing Punk versus guys like his size-ish. You know? Although, what was the second guy he wrestled in AEW was Hobbs. So, and I completely forget how, I mean, yeah, Punk won, but I forget how that went. But anyways, we'll see. Wardlow is on quite the winning streak. He's amping up for something. Something's going to happen with him sooner or later, I tell you. All right, next we got Chris Jericho in the ring. He's interrupted by 2.0. And he goes back and forth, calling one of them Pinhead, the other one Squarehead, gets the crowd involved. 2.0 is getting mad. Daniel Garcia attacks. Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston come down to the ring. And so they're all going to have a match. What, this Friday? Not Saturday. Friday. Saturday is Battle of the Titles or Battle of the Belts. That's it. Battle of the Belts. That sounds like good shit. Excuse me. And I thought like somebody big was going to come out maybe and mess with Chris Jericho because that's what it felt like. It's like, okay, we're going to get a debut or something. We got no debuts. Someone said, oh, spoiler alert, so-and-so is going to debut tonight. No, we didn't get that. You know, don't put that out there, you know, because now you just made your dirt sheet look kind of crappy, you know. Like everyone has their exclusives and everything, but you know, don't put shit out there and this is going to happen. It didn't happen. We know they're coming. We just don't know when. But we'll get to that. Wardlow versus I wrote down Zamboni. I didn't know what the guy's name was. It started with a Z. Zambino. I wrote down Zamboni, whatever. Antonio Zamboni. Straight out of the pizza shop down the block. Wardlow destroys him, gives him like 10 power bombs. Shawn Spears, of course, has to get in on the act. I'll tell you, this is hilarious. It's really hilarious in some ways. Because now I know I'm dating myself here, but you know, back in the day, back when I was a wee little bone, I used to watch a bunch of cartoons. Oh, what am I talking about? I still watch cartoons once in a while, but there's the old Tom and Jerry cartoon where you got the big ass bulldog and then you got the little scrappy dog alongside of them. It's like, what are we doing today, huh? What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Wardlow is the big freaking bulldog, and Shawn Spears is the little scrappy piece of shit dog next to him, bouncing up and down. What are we doing next, huh? Who are we hitting next? I got the chair. You ready? Should I hit him? Should I hit him now? Should I hit him? It's that cartoon with T, and it's freaking hilarious. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, damn it, go look it up, because it's funny shit. Just put their heads in the cartoon and you'll laugh. I guarantee it. TBS Championship on the line. Oh, this is the end of the tournament here. This is the finals. Excuse me. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Ruby Soho. Great match. Probably best match Jade Cargill has had. And I don't want to give all the props to Ruby, but damn. Ruby, and I even tried to get a little news ski out of Trent the other night. Sunday night on the dinner. And I was like, so tell me. I'm like, is Ruby really hurt? You know, did you talk to her after her match with Josh Alexander from AEW? You were there. Did you talk to her? Is she really that banged up, or is she just selling? And Trent didn't give me shit. Trent, he's like, she seemed okay after the match. He wouldn't budge. He wouldn't say nothing. So, oh man. So yeah, still love you, Trent. Trent's gonna be gone in Hawaii the next 2 weeks. He said he might pop in Thursday night. He might, because he's gonna be gone for a while. So hopefully we'll see him. We'll see. I'll let him back in just for one night. No, I'm kidding. No, it's his show. Love Trent. But yeah, amazing match. It was hard to watch Ruby because damn, it's hard to tell how bad Ruby's shoulder really is, but she sold the shit out of it, you know. She looked bad. She really did. It looks like we got Jake Hudson in the Twitch. Dropped a bit. Thank you very much. Doing good. How are you doing? Bell's boy with the super sticker. $5. Thank you, brother. Much love. Thank you so much. Courtney with the super sticker. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Super stickers. You get a super sticker and you get a super. Oh no, the super stickers are mine. Sorry. Thank you, Courtney. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you. The bits are just rolling in. Appreciate it, Jake. Thank you. So yeah, good match between Jade and Ruby. Probably Jade's best match to date. I mean, a lot of them were squashes, but it's like, okay, you can't all be Goldberg matches, you know. You gotta show your talents sometime. But they should, as soon as they showed her daughter in the front row, and I don't know who was holding her, so I'm not going to assume. Maybe her brother, I don't know. Maybe it's her significant other. I don't know. Not going to guess. But her daughter was in the front row, and she had the big smile on her face, you know, like oh shit, Jade is not losing this. Jade is so winning this. So I mean, as much as I love Ruby and I wanted her to win this, they have been building Jade like an absolute beast, like an absolute star. And she looks like a star. Jade, can I just say props to women for a minute? My God. Props to just women in general. Men were not built to have babies. And let's just say that Jade Cargill does not look like she had a baby anytime in her lifetime. She's got, what, an 8-pack of abs? She's a phenomenal looking woman. Incredible shape. And for all of those who say that Tony does not know how to, you know, the mighty TK, for all those that say TK doesn't know how to make stars, you better check yourself. You can have whatever opinions you want about this guy, that girl, whatever. But this show wouldn't survive with all the hardworking talent that's on that show. And over half of them are brand new talents. And we'll get to some of that later. Courtney wanted Ruby to win too. Yay, right? Right. It's shaving a haircut. It's two bits. Is that what? Did I miss something? Is that? Oh, are you looking at the bits from Jake? 2 bits, 3 bits? That's okay. Anyways, so congrats to Jade. She is the new TBS champion. It'll be interesting to see, you know, how long they're going to keep Britt Baker and Jade Cargill away from each other. You know, we'll see how long that lasts. I got a feeling they're going to like cross paths at some point. And I'm not saying for like a unification or anything. I'm just saying at some point, you know. David Cohen, what is up? Happy New Year, brother. Hope you're doing well. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope you're well. One point in the match, Martinez comes down to intimidate Ruby Soho, and then Thunder Rosa goes and brawls with her and chases her away. Oh, David says he was at the show tonight. Awesome. Hope you had fun, dude. Yes, Courtney. She is Jade Cargill is the inaugural TBS champion. Yes, absolutely. Malakai Black versus Brian Pillman. I'll just say short and sweet. It wasn't a squash match. Brian Pillman did put up a fight. We'll just call her a valet for now because I don't know if she's wrestling much. She's got that eye patch. Julia Hart, is that her name? I believe she didn't look herself. Usually, like they even said she didn't look herself. She looked like she was just kind of like, I'm out here with this eye patch. Damn, you know, what a rib. No. She's selling, she had the mist, and maybe the mist is like controlling her mood a little, and she's selling the mist, and I don't know. But anyways, usually she's bouncing around looking like a cheerleader. She was not her normal self tonight. Brian Pillman Jr. gave it his all, but Malakai Black did defeat him. 1, 2, 3. And they teased. How do they do this? The lights went out at one point when the Lucha Bros came out. When was that? It was at the end of one of these matches, and I'm forgetting now. Then the lights went out, so they teased something, but nothing happened. I think a lot of people thought that Brody King was going to debut alongside Malakai Black or come in and do something. Didn't happen. Didn't happen on tonight's show. So Bell's Boy says this will lead to a Brian Pillman Jr. heel turn, I think. Unfortunately, no Brody King. That's interesting that you say a heel turn for Brian Pillman Jr. I mean, he did look a little different tonight. Like, he didn't have the normal hair. He did something different with his hair. He had his hair in a ponytail. He looked a little more like serious, a little more stern. He didn't look his normal cheery self along with Griff Garrison. What a name, Griff Garrison. It's Griff Garrison. Yeah, at least he makes it in on the vlogs, Good old vlog guy. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, no Brody King. But it's the word is that he has signed. It is going to be interesting, though, to see how they debut him. Is it going to be through another vignette? Is it going to be he has another match and Brody King debuts something like at a pay-per-view? I don't even know when the next pay-per-view is. Revolution, I think, or something. I think it's February sometime. Maybe he'll debut then. Who knows? Who knows? It'll be great to see those two together. Apparently, they are the tag team champions over in PWG in California. That'll be interesting. Courtney says the black underneath the eyes for Brian Pillman Jr. Yeah, well, that's what jocks have. They put the football players do that. Baseball players do that. That's so that the lights, I don't know, sports thing with lights and reflecting and whatever. So. Oh, okay. Bell's Boy thinks he'll turn into his own version of his dad's loose cannon gimmick. Oh. Well, is he going to become like the anti-hero or is he going to be a heel? Because he's pretty popular. And then what's going to happen with Griff Garrison? I mean, they're a decent tag team, but you can only have so many tag teams, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, Bell's Boy says Revolution is March 6th in Orlando. Gotcha. Thank you. Main event. Wait, is it main event? Holy crap. Not many notes. Sorry. AEW tag titles on the line is the main event. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus with Christian at ringside versus Lucha Bros, Pentagon and Fenix, and the guy, I could never remember his damn name. Abrahantes, something like that. I could never remember. I just subscribed to his vlog because I heard he had a vlog. I can never remember the guy's name. I guess I'm a little rusty. But he does the pre-show along with what's her neck. Anyways, and this you could say, oh, Alex Abrahantes. Okay, there it goes. Thanks, Spelled Boy. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I've said this over and over again. And you can complain about, oh, there's too much teams and there's too many men and too many women and blah 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 blah. Look, you're building a roster, and I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying, you gotta crack some eggs before you make the omelet. You know. Sometimes you just gotta throw shit at the wall and see what happens. We're not the bookers. We don't own the company. You know, Dasha Gonzalez. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Courtney. Guess I don't watch the pre-show enough. Look, yeah, they have a shit ton of tag teams. But one thing that they do right is when they have these kind of tag team matches, they give them plenty of time, and you're not going to see a bad tag team match. I guarantee it. These tag teams are just awesome. Lucha Bros are one of the best tag teams around, period. Probably, I'd say, top 5 tag team in the world. Between both of them, even singles people, amazing. Unfortunately, if you blinked, you missed it. And I'm cringing because I'm picturing it back in my head. Fenix had a horrible injury. I don't know if I don't want to assume anything. But I'm just saying, I don't know if this is the end that was supposed to happen. And the reason is because of that injury that Fenix had. When Luchasaurus, and I'm not blaming Luchasaurus, accidents happen. He overshot the table a little bit, and when Fenix put his arm back to brace himself when he hit the ground, his arm bent the wrong way. His arm completely bent the wrong 90 degrees the other way. And there's a lot of like crowd screaming around him, but if you look at Fenix's face, he is crying and he is screaming. Oh my God. It was as bad as watching the classic, it's the guy that broke his leg, Sid Vicious, in the ring. It looked that bad. And Phoenix is one of my favorites. And to see this happen to him, I mean, he's been plagued with a few bang-ups over the last couple of years being part of this company. And now I can't even imagine maybe it's not that bad of an injury, but it's like watching a leg bend 90 degrees the wrong way. It's like, it's not supposed to happen. So whether this is supposed to be the official ending or not, it was an amazing match. And Jungle Boy had his sister and his mom and ringside, Jungle Boy holding the belt. They picture him. They put the camera on him right as he was looking straight up and mouthing some words about, to his pop up in heaven. It's a moment. Luchasaurus is one of the best big men in professional wrestling. Excuse me. Today, he's so good. So yeah, and the voice is starting to cut out, so it's perfect timing here. So, amazing show. Zach Ponifer said Sid's legs break is what I think of watching Phoenix. See, I'm not the only person that thought that. But what an amazing look. Yeah, all the best prayers, best wishes, whatever you want to throw at Phoenix. He needs them because, damn, a horrible way to start out the year. But congrats to Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, their first titles in AEW after 2 very long years of hard work in this company. Pays off. Start of the year 3. So, show is awesome tonight live, but hyped for Impact Saturday night. Yeah, the pay-per-view is going to be great. We'll run that down all tomorrow night, part of TNI. Can't wait. And we should have almost everybody on the show tomorrow night. We'll see. Hopefully we'll have almost everybody on there. Even Trent. I'll allow it. Got to ring in the new year that way on TNA, right? So, yeah, amazing first episode. Let me know if you're watching this on the replay. Let me know your thoughts. What were your favorite parts of this episode? Mine, personally, I think the opening match was a highlight. I think bookends, you could say, definitely highlights. And a few stuff in between. Congrats to Jade, inaugural AEW TBS champion, So, yeah. Get off your phone, David. Drive safe. Take care. Oh, man. Bell's Boy says, breaking news. AEW just announced that Phoenix broke his arm. That's no surprise, sadly. Thanks, Bell's Boy. There you go. Not the kind of breaking news you want, but so yeah, he'll spend the next quarter, half a year out, sadly, but he's a hard worker. I'm sure he's surrounded by good people in that company, so they'll take care of him. So Rampage Friday, Battle of the Belts on Saturday. So sadly, I'll probably miss that because I'm going to be watching Hard to Kill. That's going to be an amazing pay-per-view. So join us for that. Probably be showing it in the Discord for the Patreons. That is one thing that we let our Patreons know, and we thank them by doing little things like that, little extra things for them. So now, more than ever, if you watch me over on TNI as well, now is the time to get in on the Patreon end of TNI. So, and get into Discord. If you're not in the Discord, it's a great place. So, that's it for this one. On your way out here, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. I'll be with Bill tomorrow on the pre-show on the TNI live reaction, whatever you want to call it. I'm freaking tired. Give me a break. We'll see you tomorrow night, and then we'll do some, that's the go-home show for Hard to Kill along with we'll do the preview for Hard to Kill, and maybe throw in a few predictions. We'll see. I haven't been real big on those lately, but we'll see. All right. Good night, folks. Take care. Much love. Good night.